morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another pre-game Montreal Canadiens. We are today, game number 41. What is this? Half of the season for Montreal Canadiens. And tonight, they are in Minnesota against the Wild. Another great team, played very, very well at home. But Montreal Canadiens, the last 4 games on the road, are 1-1-2. Surprisingly, they got 1 point in Vegas, 1 point in Colorado, and prior to that, they got a W in Dallas. So, really impressive what Montreal accomplished last week. But this is a new week, and see what they're going to do in Minnesota, where they do not lose a lot. I'm going to give you everything you need to know for game number 41 between the Montreal Canadiens versus Minnesota Wild. Don't go nowhere. Of course, you know the drill. Before we start, what's happening, coach? Of course, you need to click on the like if you are enjoyed this video. And of course, if you tell me what is your prediction between the Montreal and the Minnesota. And finally, if you are not subscribed, please do. If you are, please share this with your friends. We need more people to hear about what I bring on the table for the Montreal Canadiens. So let's dive in about the Montreal Canadiens. Game number 41 in Minnesota tonight. First of all, like we do at the beginning, we talk about the number, and the game start at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And of course, the Montreal and the Hockey Nation Live Show with the hockey coach, Guru Coach FRENCHY, is going to do the live stream play-by-play at 8 o'clock. Montreal are again 8 in the Atlantic Division and last and the bottom of the standing NHL. They lost the last 2 games in OT. Their record is 8-25-7. On the road, they are 3-15-6. And the last 10 games are 2-4-4. Maybe the best last 10 games since the beginning of the season. For the Wild, everything looking great over there whatsoever. They are 4 in the Central because Nashville, St. Louis, and Colorado are amazing in front of them. They start to distance themselves with Winnipeg and Dallas Star. They won the last 2 games. They are differential of plus 28. They are 24-10-3, 5-3-2 the last 10 games. And at home, like I mentioned, they are 13-3-1 on the road, 11-7-2. Their power play is 21st in NHL. Montreal is 31. On the penalty kill at 16, Minnesota 30 for Montreal Canadiens. The goals for Montreal still struggle at 32. And the goals for Minnesota is number 3rd. After Colorado, great offensive. Vegas also. Montreal faced for the 3rd time another team with a lot of goals for during the game. Goal again, 17 Minnesota and 31 for the Montreal Canadiens. Shot for 11. They shoot a lot, Minnesota. 33.2, 29.0 Montreal. Finally, the face-off, they are pretty even. 48.2 Minnesota and 47.5 for the Montreal Canadiens. Leader for both teams. Minnesota, what about Kirill Kaprizov? 47 points in the beginning of the season. Rand Hartman, amazing, great year. First time of his career, have already 18 goals. He accomplished a great work with Kaprizov and Zuccarello on the same line. Cam Talbot returned between the pipe for the Minnesota tonight after a couple of days off because of an injury. Finally, have at 15 W. Finally, Matt Dumba have a 23-42 TR. For the Montreal Canadiens, Zuski wake up for the last couple of games. Now have a 24 point. Anderson Zuski have 8 goals in the beginning of the season. Allen Stock at 5. And the TR Ben Chariot is at 23-21. Let's move on to the shopping up. What you need to know. The first part you already know. Game at 8 o'clock, Minnesota. That's friends right now what we hear. The last couple of minutes, PRIMEAU should face to Cam Talbot tonight. The last 5 games, Montreal is 1-1-3. It's differential -4. This is the first time since the beginning of the season Montreal have a lowered differential. The power play 4-18, 4-22 PK. And Zuski have 5 points the last 5 games. Tilbarak 2 goals. Zuski 4 assists. And Glavy still at +3. The strategy, I'm going to talk a little bit more, a little bit later. But it's the first line. The Wild are the best in the NHL. So they have to be sure Montreal react very well against them. And stay in the game. What you talk about, coach? Is they cannot give the opponent team lead by 2 goals fast early in the game. They have to hang in there with the team. Losing by one or tie the game. Longer they are going to be that way in the game, better chance for the Montreal win against the Wild tonight. The last 10 game, Montreal is 2-5-3. 22 goal versus 39. Again, they are 5-34 and 9-43 on PK. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Frenchy Corner, what you need to know. Game number 41. DROUIN, MONTEMBAULT out. DROUIN is back in Montreal for better evaluation of this case. Is already on the injury reserve list. MONTEMBAULT, surprisingly, have a problem with the wrist. Was on the ice today with the goalie coach. Does not expect to be on the roster tonight. We're going to follow up with his day-to-day at that moment. End of the 5-game trip for them, for the Montreal, are 1-1-2 last week. And now they're going to return to Montreal finally tonight. And they're going to prepare for the next game again at Anaheim Ducks Thursday night. PRIMEAU, one more test. G1 or G2? What you talk about? Goalie number 1, goalie number 2. I think right now is a good time for PRIMEAU to show for the Montreal Canadiens, the new GM, and also the Executive Vice President, VP, Jeff Gordon, what he looked like, how kind of PRIMEAU can become an NHL, what he can accomplish. I think it's a great test for him to prove he deserves to be in NHL 1 year at one time. What the problem for PRIMEAU is, like, he didn't play a lot because of COVID-19 and the fact, like last season, Laval Rocket did not play a game, so he missed a ton of game as a starter. He need to catch up. I'm not sure he have to maybe stay one more year in American Hockey League. I still believe from Wade, the ex-NHL Montreal Canadiens coach, goalie coach, said he expect at least PRIMEAU become a goalie backup in NHL. To become goalie number 1, he will have to, take a little bit more patience with him, see how he's going to develop with time. But he's sure he's going to be a goaltender in NHL as a backup number, at least for PRIMEAU. Tonight, the biggest question for the Montreal Canadiens is 2 things. Is that what you can see right now? Start first line, Kaprizov, Zuccarello, and Hartman. Zuccarello have 10 points the last 5 games. And line versus line, defenseman versus first line. What I want to mention to you, this is about Dominic Champ. How he's going to respond against the best line in Minnesota. If you can stop the first line, you have a better chance to win this game, at least tie the game. And if they cannot stop them, they're going to be a difficult night for them. The second thing, who is going to open in them? Which line Montreal, the Dumchamp is going to bring on the ice at the same time? How he's going to mismatch with Dane Avison to change the players at the right time? Which kind of pairing defenseman he's going to use? We expect Kulak back with Petrie tonight, Romanov on the Whiteman, and Glagu out of the lineup again. We expect Paquette now take the spot at Jonathan Drouin. Where I don't get it, guys. Why to bring Paquette when you have a vet demo you can use as the rookie and learning to play in the NHL? This is another subject we can talk one day sometime. But again, that will be the big challenge for Dominic Champ. How they going to play again the first line? Wild win a lot at home. They know, already 13-3-1 at home. They are really solid at home. And they just get out with a 2W against Chicago Blackhawks this weekend. It will be interesting how they're going to play against Montreal. Return their decor. They are tonight, for the first time, for the last couple of weeks, they are their decor back together. The Dunbar, the Spurgeon, the Kolikoski, the band, the Merrill. They are all together, and they're going to offer a better consistency. We know now Greenway and Erickson AK is back right now, so the team is more healthy for the morale. And that would be a big challenge for the Montreal Canadiens. Like I mentioned earlier, Dalbot returned between the pipe. That will help in the last couple of games was only Kakkonen. So Ken Dalbot is going to be between the pipe and get the nods for the Minnesota Wild tonight. Like what we do here, we give you a couple information about the projected hockey card made by Atlantic. I just want to share in the first line. Again, Kaprizov, 24 years old, 5-9. Have an average last season of 2.3 goal value against, and that give him a chance. Look about his pace. Again, about 40 goals this season We expect about 60, 88 points for the upcoming year. That's give him a great card. And finally, of course, his GSVA jumped for 3.8 from the 2.3 last season. So we expect Alain Kaprizov to sign a new contract at $9 million. And the market of his contract should be at 13.3. So again, another. The next one I want to talk about is Matt Zuccarello. Listen, he signed a trade or a UFA with the Wild at 34 years old, and another 5'8" only performed for the Wild again this season. The GSV dropped from 18-19 for sure, but look this season, back at 2.7. He's right now getting his best season for the last 3 years with the Wild and his career. Great expectation from the Wild from him, and he's very doing well. He as a duo with Kaprizov and Ryan Hartman. So I don't want to go past my time for all stats for each players, but I'll give you an idea. You can start the video watching. That's the reason I put another one. Ryan Hartman, the 27 years old, and he's getting right now his best year in NHL career. Unbelievable right now what he's doing. His SGSVA always been about 0.2, 0.3. Look this year, we expect 2.2 for him. His contract at 1.7, it should be about $8 million that moment. So Hartman is getting about maybe 30 goals for this season. We'll see what he can reach. Possibly a little bit more, 30 to 35. So it'll be interesting to see that. And finally, the last more is all about the head-to-head between both teams. I'm not going to pass my time about this. You can stop the video. You can see each category. Minnesota a little bit dominate versus the Montreal Canadiens. This is the defense versus Montreal versus the Wild. Again, Minnesota a little bit better. The offense shooting compare all about the Minnesota, again, the Montreal. Finally, the play driving, only 1 star for the Montreal versus many other stars for the Wild. This is the lineup for tonight. We're a couple of changes. First of all, Jake Evans back now center for the third line. Likanen jump for third to the first line. Dauphin jump from one line to with Devorek Hoffman now. Pitlick play with Anderson and Evans at the bottom pocket. Pulled in now with Pesada. No chance for the defenseman. Kolak stay and Glagu is out for a second game. The same situation for the power play. Not much change, honestly, no change. And finally, for the Minnesota Wild, you can see the lineup. Zuccarello play with Hartman and Kaprizov. Goudreau, Boldy, the rookie with Fiali. I can't wait to see Boldy. Greenway with Erickson and Foligno. Storm DROUIN with the Ward. Spurgeon back with Kolikowski with Dumba, Ben, Kulikov, and Merrill. What I will say to you, they have a really solid three line. They can score for each line. To see Erickson, Aki, third center. That's pretty impressive. Fiala's doing better and better. Foligno continues to perform for them. Finally, this is the last graphic, the power play and the PK for Minnesota Wild. You can look about this, take your time. Finally, this is complete another pre-game show for the Montreal Canadiens. Please don't forget to subscribe, click on the like, and tell me what is your prediction of the game tonight. I expect Montreal lost by a score of 4-2 and an empty net. That's my prediction for the Wild. We'll see what's happening. And also, I want to remind you, the next game, Montreal Canadiens, Thursday night, again, Anaheim Ducks. The game is in Montreal. Thank you again for watching another pre-game show. Game number 41. We are at the half of the season. I'm going to make a video the next 48 hours, the report card. You remember, every quarter, the Hockey National Show provide a report card for each player for the Montreal Canadiens, and I can't wait to present this to you. So don't forget to follow us about this. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Mes amis, ceci complète un autre pre-game show vidéo avec l'entraîneur coach FRENCHY pour la Hockey Nation Live Show. Avant de vous quitter, je vous invite, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner au tunnel, au YouTube channel Hockey Nation Live Show. Finalement, vous avez bien aimé la vidéo, cliquez sur le petit pouce en haut. Et dites-moi, c'est quoi votre prédiction de la rencontre entre le Montréal et le Minnesota? Bonne journée, mes amis. On se revoit plus tard avec l'entraîneur coach FRENCHY.